Hi, my name is Emily Johnson, and today I will be teaching Bobby. He is going to be learning how to brush his teeth. The reason that I chose brushing his teeth is he is able to do all of the steps, but needs prompting to remember how to do them in the proper order. So what I will do is I have created a video modeling video of how to brush his teeth, and the directions will be on the screen in writing because Bobby is able to read. So instead of overwhelm him with something he needs to look at as well as listen to, I'm going to focus on him watching it and reading the directions. The materials that we'll need today in order to make this successful will be a sink, a toothbrush, toothpaste, and cup. Also, with the sink, there needs to be running water. The behavior will begin when Bobby gathers his supplies, and the behavior will end when the supplies are put away. The steps that will be included in brushing teeth will be as follows. Gathering the materials, so gathering the toothbrush, toothpaste, and cup, opening the toothpaste, putting toothpaste on the toothbrush, closing the toothpaste, turning on the water and dampening the toothpaste and toothbrush, turning off the water, and then brushing his teeth for 2 minutes. Once he has done that, he will be allowed to spit into the sink, turn the water on, get a cup full of water, and rinse his mouth as many times as needed. After he has rinsed his mouth, he will put away his toothbrush, his cup, and his toothpaste in the designated areas. So Bobby will be required to watch the video 3 different times before he begins to practice brushing his teeth by himself. So he'll watch the video 3 times, and then the first time that he'll be brushing his teeth, the video will be stopped as he is completing the different steps. So that will be completed 1 time. Then he will be required the following day, or that day if appropriate, he will be required to perform brushing his teeth independently without watching the video at all. This is where baseline data will be taken. Of the steps spoken of and listed prior, the number of steps that he is able to complete independently with no prompts will determine the baseline of where Bobby is currently functioning. So as he is watching the video before he has began to practice brushing his teeth independently for baseline, that will be a shared control. We will be discussing through the video what he sees, the steps that he needs to follow, those types of things. So we will be working together in order to learn those steps. When he does brushing his teeth while watching the video, as I pause it, that will also be shared control. We will turn take. I will show him the video, he will complete the step. I will show him the video, he will complete the step. But when baseline hits, when I take the data for baseline, he will do it independently. So there will be no turn taking. There'll be no prompting. I just will want to see where he is able, how many steps he is able to complete independently. After the baseline is taken, that information will be used to know where I need to begin teaching. Let's say he can gather his materials and put his toothpaste on his toothbrush, but then he forgets to get the toothbrush wet. Well, then we will start on that step for teaching so that he will be more successful, and I will use forward chaining for him. So what that means is I will expect him to complete the first steps that he can independently, and then I will begin teaching the next step. Once he has mastered that step, then I will we'll work through and I will reinforce the step after that. So he'll only be expected to appropriately learn 1 step at a time, and then I will assist him through the following steps. watched this video a few times and I've collected baseline and we've begun teaching, I will use this video as needed as a support. So let's say I'm moving to a step that is more difficult. I might show Bobby the video every step up until the step that he's expected to learn. Then we'll watch the step that he's expected to learn and I will pause the video and we'll put it away. So I will use this as a tool as needed. If he is struggling with a step, I will have the ability to pull that video out to assist him in the future.